All right, today on the What Happened to Music podcast, text messages from wives and new viewing angles.
If you've watched any of the other episodes, it's because I forgot my tripod.
Anyway, so we're gonna, if you like this view better, let us know in the comments below.
It'll be easy for me to edit.
So for today's episode, the Millennial Whoop, a thing that's been popping up on my Facebook feed recently.
Explain this to me, because I think I've seen it once, maybe.
Okay, so basically the idea behind it is that over the past 10 years, and this video I'll link in the description that kind of explains it too. In the past 10 years, a lot of pop music from all different genres of pop music has been having this saying that's basically like, whoa, like that, which according to the video is a movement between the fifth, the third, and back to the fifth vocally.
So me, so.
So, yeah, so me, so.
So what you're saying is every single Kadai, like, beginning song.
We'll get there. But, and it's basically pointing it out as this big trend phenomenon in music and how mysterious it is that everybody's doing this now. And it was noticed by musician Patrick Metzger. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Who you might recognize from such songs as Drums Formers, Mind Compass, and P-Jam.
Mind Compass?
I have no idea who this guy is, so right away I'm like, who is this guy who's trying to get his doctorate thesis through this term he's discovered?
If you love this guy, please hit the thumbs down button now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, and let us know angrily who he is. But this just stands out to, like, third to fifth is such a not weird note movement to me.
It's I mean, literally, that's the first two intervals you teach with
exactly. And like, if you look at other commentary videos on this phenomenon that have already popped up, people will point out, no, like, this has been happening in songs way longer than the past couple of years.
I mean, it's one of these things. I think you obviously get a certain group of songwriters, and they say, oh, well, this works, and okay, I'll kind of throw this in, and I like the way that sounds. I don't know if they're necessarily saying we're going to do a fifth, third, fifth thing.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking,
I
was thinking of that. We're just gonna sing whoa, and
we're gonna sing whoa, and this is what sounds good here.
It's the most natural one. And I guess you can argue maybe it's more prevalent now. I think previously you've had other motives or ideas that have happened.
Pop music is just based off of patterns anyway. Like, this is the pattern that's popular right now. Let's put it everywhere.
Let me ask you a question. Whatever happened to music? No. Whatever happened to... This used to be really popular, especially in the 80s, where you'd have a song and it's like, well, we didn't really write long enough of a song to have it go for 3 minutes, so we're going to modulate the chorus up a step.
That used to be a thing.
I mean, that was
a
thing.
Power ballads in the 90s.
Power
it's
ballads.
Like, here's our last time through the chorus,
we're
going up.
I imagine every Celine Dion song probably does that.
Yeah.
I know some Whitney Houston songs that do that, but that's because she can basically hit and she wanted.
And our boy Pat didn't comment on that, so it's obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to get certain pop motives or pop figures or pop ideas. I think it really kind of comes down to, I don't want to write a bridge, so let me just we'll do this, and rather than having like a thought out solo in a song that's, because I think for most pop songs you're probably now, it's not like the old days where I still remember Frank Sinatra recording something. He said, oh, how long was that? And they're like, it was 3.5 minutes, Frank. And he's like, 2.5, that's okay. And they're like, no, 3.5. He's like, whoa, we gotta what? Throw everything at you.
Cut some stuff.
Cut some stuff. I think your average pop song's probably in the 3.5 to 4 minute range now.
Yeah. That feels right. Feel.
Man. So I think you're really just running into a situation of like, hey, what do we do to not really add much substance to the tunes?
And get our bang for our buck here.
Make it someone want to say, I'll spend 99 cents on this. And you can correct me if you think I'm wrong. I probably should do some research on the average like Spotify pop tune.
Well, even like doing some arranging work for local groups. Like, one group I'm working with is like R&B soul kind of thing. So you get that like the low instrument like seventh to root. You just throw that in here and there and you sprinkle it in because that's what you do.
I think I don't know. I think this is it's kind of weird that it's like, oh, this is happening, or it's.
Yeah, I mean, well, the reason I chose to do this topic is like just the video, which again you can watch in the description. We'll post a link. It just kind of comes off to me as like, oh, we're trying to make this a phrase because we're trying to make this a phrase for the sake of doing that. You know, it's not like actually a new thing. It's not a new idea.
Yeah, I think it's probably just replace the, step modulation up.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
So what are your opinions? Do you think this is a new and innovative trend? Do you think it's the symbol of a generation, or do you think it's just people writing pop songs and making their money and going home?
Going home.
So leave a comment below.